In this video I will take you from the crossing of the river Nieuwe Maas in the Port of Rotterdam via the river Oude Maas to the river SPUI, and I will share some very personal memories with you. This video is part of a tour towards the boatyard, and in the previous video we left the storm surge barrier of Krimpen aan den IJssel, sailed through a very calm Port of Rotterdam, and at slack tide we arrived at the crossing of the rivers Nieuwe Maas and Oude Maas, and here we will continue our journey. I think it is time to go to the flybridge, also because it becomes sunnier. So, I would suggest that you join me. Let me think, what do I need? I need my portable VHF. We are on 61. What do we need? We need sunglasses. Check. We need throttle control. So I need to switch this one off, and I will, where are you? And I will bring you with me. So, boom, boom. Switch over to throttle control. Yes. Oh, sunscreen. That is very good. Okay, let's go. Come on. Okay, we are in control. We are revving up. What was it? 1450 RPM. Oh, sorry about that. Hello. Here you are again. Heh. Very nice. Yep. VHF 62. In front of us, the Botlek Bridge. This area is called the Botlek. This is where all the petrol, gas and chemicals are created in the Netherlands, in the Port of Rotterdam. Botlek. And this area has its own bridge. Height of the bridge 13 something meters. So steady, easy go. Anything behind me? Nope. In the mirror? Nope. The mirror? Yeah, I will show you. Have a look. Can you see? I cannot see what you see. Let's have a look. There is the mirror. Yeah. Because at the moment I can see a lot, of course, just by looking around. Hello, bridge. Margaret, ik zie je komen. We gaan doen even een stuurboord.
Heel prima, bedankt.
He called me.
Sector Oude Maas, berekend. Geen uitslag vanavond.
Well, on the PTZ you will see that I am on the cycle path because it's as you can see, I am on the
Ja, goedemorgen. Ik kwam binnen de sector en word nu even nog bij die Nobel bijgehen en materiaal oppakken. Iets Everest verstanden, die er bij die oppakken.
Goed. I'm on the cycle path. As you can see, with the green buoy on port side, but nevertheless it is still 8.5 meters over here. So the buoys are actually only for the sea-going vessels, because the sea-going vessels from Rotterdam to Moerdijk, also a chemical area, they have a depth of 7, 8, 9 meters, and then they always will follow the buoyed route in the middle of the river, of course. After 11 kilometers we leave river Oude Maas and go starboard for the river SPUI, where we will benefit the incoming tide going south. Well, another cup of coffee. When I was searching for this boat, I found an older guy with another boat, and I said to him, typical buyer's question, why are you selling your boat? And he said, well, I'm 75 right now. My wife died 15 years ago, and since then I am boating single-handed. I'm boating solo, and the biggest problem I have that when I am boating, when I am driving my boat, I cannot create a sandwich, or I cannot create something to drink, or I cannot grab a soda, or I have forgotten the sugar in my coffee, or I can, etc, etc. And I must confess that that for sure is one of the downsides of sailing single-handed. Well, perhaps in a sailing situation, when you are at sea, you just hoist your sails, switch on your autopilot, and then you go. But on canals and rivers, well, when it's crowded with traffic and you have to pay attention to all the traffic around you, then it becomes a thing to eat something or to drink something. Yeah, that's for sure. So I do recognize that, and perhaps for you also, I have no idea if you are a single-handed sailor or that you have a complete crew around you, but yeah, sometimes you need to go to the kitchen and to pick something, or to go to the toilet. How do you arrange that? Well, that is a private question, and I will not tell you how I fix it. Anyhow, I have forgotten the sugar in my coffee, so after the next buoy, yes, that is one of the things sailing single-handed, I want to be sure that I pass the next buoy smooth, without touching it, so I can walk downstairs and pick my lump of sugar. By the way, RPMs 1450 as said before, both engines running, and as you can see on the current behind the buoy, we have the current with us as calculated, and the speed over ground is 14 kilometers per hour. Yep. And at the bottleneck, when the current was coming in and a little bit against, we had 9 point something. Yep. Nice, nice, nice. Oh yeah, my lump of sugar. Well, and I must confess that whilst grabbing my lump of sugar with the boat still running on its own, I can imagine that you are already typing as a comment, "You are a fool, Henk-Jan, because when the boat runs by itself and you walk downstairs and you fall down the stairs, you break your leg, the boat will run into the quay, into the dike, into the everything. You are stupid that you do not," etc, etc, etc. I guess you are right, but I am from a generation where we had no seat belts on the back of the car, on the back seat of the car. I am from a generation when there was no cell phone, and I said to my parents at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, "I go for a bicycle ride with John, and you see me later today." And my mother said, "We eat at 6 o'clock." And I was not traceable whatsoever, wheresoever by her until I popped up at 6 o'clock. She had no idea where in the surroundings I was. From that generation I am. They smoked like hell in the car. I'm allergic to everything on a farm, and my grandparents had a farm, Old McDonald's, and when I was there, it was, I really felt sick, really felt sick. It was like breathing through a hose. And then imagine at 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, 10, 12, 13 years old, every 6 weeks we went to grandma and grandpa, and within 20 minutes I was sick like hell. Oh, I am from that generation. So yes, you are right. When I drive the boat single-handed and I leave the engines on and the throttles on 1450 RPM and I walk downstairs for my lump of sugar, it is very stupid not to put the throttles in neutral. But isn't life full of challenges? When you step into your car, what will happen you will never know. If you step on your bicycle in the city Amsterdam, be careful not to be run over by a tram. Okay, but I will not act as if it has not passed my mind. I bring it up myself. So cheers, my friend. Thinking about my allergic for the animals and the scenery on the farm. It was really tough to breathe. And everybody celebrated and everybody smoked cigars and smoked cigarettes. And it was completely blue in the room. And then somebody says, "Hey, Henk-Jan, are you having difficulties breathing?" My eyes swollen, tears from my eyes. Does anybody want another cigarette? Well, that is food for my shrink. We are talking about boating. This is a channel about boating. Yeah, but also a little bit about my history as a kid. Okay, I will open up a little bit more. Yeah. Fuck it. Hey. Well, that was a story around a cup of coffee. Yes, it was. And with the typical Dutch skies behind me and the sun on my head, it is the end of the film. Yeah, sorry about that, but the end is near. So I would say thank you very much for joining me aboard Lady Liselot. It was fun to have you aboard, and I hope that you liked it too. If you do, please give me the thumbs up. Hit that button. Hit that button. And for now, thank you very much. I hope to see you in the next video. Alright then, bye bye.